Hey everybody, it's Melanie coming to you from Panama City-ish, Florida, and crazy beach hair, and I don't care. Wearing my Outer Banks shirt, right? Got this one in 2010 on our honeymoon. I wanted to talk to you all today about a couple of things. I'm reading this amazing book called Think Indigenous by Doug Goodfeather. Wonderful read to help us become a little bit more conscious of the way that we treat each other and the way that we treat our earth. And the one chapter came in as, the masculine energy. And so I want to talk to you guys about that masculine energy. And by healing the masculine energy, we heal the world. By healing the feminine energy, we heal the world. And so right now we live in a state where a lot of children and young adults don't know how to care for themselves. They don't know how to do things for themselves. They are not capable of using tools and fending for themselves if they even needed to, because all they're doing these days is and that's not going to get us anywhere in healing the world, right? So we need to pull ourselves away from that technology. We need to release the technology, and we need to start doing things again, creating action, getting back to nature, right? And so there was a part in this book, and I flipped my page, so I was going to read it to you guys. And this doesn't just go for men, this also goes for females. What are men missing? For thousands of years, our youth had chores like feeding the animals, tending the soil, planting and harvesting, hunting and gathering, and other responsibilities that supported the life of the household and contributed to the community. In this modern age, our youth have little to no personal responsibilities that directly support, nurture, or protect their families or neighbors. When a youth grows into adulthood without any responsibility to nurture, provide for, or protect their family, their community, or their natural surroundings, the disconnection from those responsibilities can manifest as being selfish, petty, apathetic, and judgmental. These adult males or females tend to be quick to anger and blame. Our modern world desperately needs men or women to heal from this ancestral trauma, as it's contributing to the worldwide pandemic of misogyny and patriarchy. One key lesson to becoming a man or woman is responsibility. Specifically, developing the understanding from youth into adulthood that I am ultimately responsible for myself. This does not mean being selfish or self-centered, but instead means that we are responsible for our life, as well as those things and people who are connected with our life. The way back to this understanding of ultimate responsibility begins with 3 behaviors. Providing. I'm responsible for providing for others and myself in a good way. Nurturing. I'm responsible for helping others and myself develop in a good way. Protecting. I'm responsible for the safety and well-being of others and myself in a good way. Those are the 3 factors that I live my life by as a mother to 3 little kids. And everything that they talk about in this section, I'm somebody that wants to support those responsibilities within the children. I oftentimes get told how wonderful my children are. And they're such good kids. They're so wonderful to be around. You are so blessed to have wonderful children. I want to get snarky here when they say that, and I want to say, how do you think they got that way? Because of what I'm doing. I'm a believer that every child has the potential to be a good child. Every child has the opportunity, if they're given it, to be a good child. To be wonderful, to be respectful, to be engaged, to be creative, to be imaginative, to be all of the things that children are supposed to be. I am a believer that everybody is capable of doing that, but they are held back by and if you continue to allow children to stay in that, they are not going to learn responsibility. They're not going to know how to do things. You're going to be doing their laundry when they're 25, 30, 45 years old, and they're going to be living with you because they have no urge to go be responsible for themselves because they never learned how to do it. One day we were driving home and I said to Scarlett, because we were planning for a cleaning day that day, I said, you guys need to clean the house, need to do the laundry, need to get the dishes completely put away and the dishwasher reloaded, and gave them their steps of what they needed to do. And she goes, why do you make us do all of this? Oh, it's because you don't want to. I said, Scarlett, I know how to do all this stuff. I know how to take care of a house. I took care of a house for the last 8 years while you guys were growing up and figuring your life out. And I took care of it really well. I took care of our house growing up with my sister. Starting at the age of 7, I was cleaning toilets, cleaning the cat litter box, and taking out the compost. I had responsibility. I was picking rocks in the field, although I got out of most of it because I was the baby of the family. But I was feeding horses from middle school all the way into high school and onward. I was caring for our animals. I was putting hay in the barn. I was carrying responsibility. And guess what? It made me a good human being. So if you're a parent of children, it is so imperative that we go out and we help them create themselves as good human beings. And you need to have responsibility to do that. All children need to have responsibility. They need to be part of the family, not separated from the family, everything being done for them. They need to contribute to the family so that they understand how to do these things when they're older. Good kids come from good parenting. They're not just born that way. They're not just special being born. It comes from the hard work. Oh, sorry, I ate some cashews. It comes from the hard work that the parents put in to create these good children, instead of sticking them in front of a tablet or sticking them in front of a phone or a television when we don't want to engage. Instead of doing those things, we choose to engage with our children. We choose to be around them. We choose to have conversation with them, and we choose to keep them creative, imaginative, and living their best life by enjoying all of the things that this life has to offer instead of being stuck behind a screen. I guess that was the message for today. So I hope you all enjoyed that message. We're on vacation right now. I'm trying to make videos and post, and it's hard to be inspired sometimes because vacation is a little bit tiring because you're always doing and going and all the things because you want to experience it all, right? But we're having a wonderful time. Grammy Susan came to visit us, and she's a wonderful lady. She's cooking lunch right now, so that takes a little bit of the edge off, and that's why I'm able to create this for you guys today. I hope you all have a fantastic day wherever you're at. If you have kids, maybe start decreasing their tablet time. Maybe start decreasing their phone time and get them outside. Can you hear these birds? Can you hear the beauty that's out here? The wind blowing, the birds singing. The sky is overcast and gray, but who cares? It's still amazing outside, and they should be outside. So sending you all so much love. If you need help changing your ways of parenting, hit me up in the comments below. I'm more than happy to engage and talk to you and give you tips and tricks on what I've done to get our kids to where they're at. The other thing that needs to happen is we need to stop feeding our children absolute trash and garbage. If it comes in a package, it's not good for your kids, and it should be limited in huge moderation. If it comes in a package with more than 5 ingredients, it's not considered a whole food. It's considered processed and crap. Even 5 ingredients is sometimes too many. So the way you feed your children also is going to show behaviorally and how they act and how they portray themselves to the world. Because if they're not taking in good, healthy energy, they're not going to have good, healthy energy coming out. It's all reciprocation. What you put in is what you're going to have come out. And so if you're putting in trash, you're going to have trash behaviors. You're going to have shit tantrums. You're going to have bad attitudes, all the things. Because why? They don't feel good. Their brain's not working the way that it's supposed to because they don't feel good. So we have to help our children feel better. Fruit, fresh vegetables, whole foods as much as possible. Limit any type of fast food. Stop giving your kids fast food. It is killing their bodies. It's never even processed or digested. It just sticks inside in the intestines and it never leaves. So it's important that what you're feeding your kids matters. Behaviorally, it matters. If they're not getting the nutrition and vitamins and minerals that they need, their brain will not function correctly. You will have outbursts. You will have trouble getting them to sleep. You will have trouble keeping them asleep. You will have trouble with challenging temper tantrums, all that stuff. Since changing our diet, decreasing our sugar intake, and decreasing the processed ingredient intake, guess what? We don't really suffer from all that stuff unless they're not getting enough sleep. So that's the other thing. Nice bedtime. Get them to bed. And get them the sleep that they need. They need 10 to 12 hours every night just so they can grow and function and do all their little kid things that they need to do. I hope this helps you. I hope it gives you a different outlook on the way to raise your kids and helps you think about things in a little bit different way. I'm sending you guys so much love, so much peace, so much love, so much namaste. And I hope you all have a fantastic day. All right, adios, guys.